welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on Twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Stage 3 of the Tour de Zwift. I am keeping it easy because of my ankle, so we're just jogging along. I'm going to take the phone with me and the keyboard if I need it, and we're going to have a look at the front runners as we go. I'm just going to jog along at the back, nice and easy, and we're off in about 40-50 seconds. So this is the third stage of Tour de Zwift, and we're on Watopia. I have well, somebody just said they've not seen this corral used before, and I said, surely you must have, but actually, I don't think I have either. I don't remember being at this corral before. This is to get onto the jungle section. So, any races that start in the jungle, this is where you start. Right, Tour de Zwift. Stage 3, 10 seconds. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. I got a bad feeling about this.
Right, off we go then. So I'm just jogging along at 8 kilometres an hour, and some of the guys are going to blast off at 14, 15 kilometres an hour, maybe even close to 16 kilometres an hour, some of the really fast guys at the front. So that's what we'll do. Oh, I haven't set up any chat, have I? Okay, so bear with me 2 seconds and I will get the chat going. Hang on. So I'm going to be watching Facebook and YouTube chat, so bear with me. And if you want to send me a message, say hello, ask me a question, you can do that. Beautiful sunny day here on the south coast of the UK, but it is cold. Nearly there. So Kenneth Scramstad, hello again. Good afternoon to you. Is it? Oh yeah, it is just afternoon, isn't it? Of course it is. Right, we're all set up with chat. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, please do say hello. And thank you guys for all the ride-ons.
Right on.
Simon Funnel is the latest one, but I've missed loads of them popping up there. So thank you for those guys. So we have 5.6 kilometres to go. The whole run, 5.7 kilometres in all, to do stage 3 of the Tour de Zwift. And, oh, hello, Kyle. Yes, Kenneth, I'm running, but I'm not going to run very fast. I'm just going to run at the back. And I'm just going to click through and look at some of the front runners in a minute. Oh, wow, Kyle. So Kyle Watts has a brand new treadmill arriving today. That's going to be awesome. Kyle, what are you using? If you're going to run on Zwift, what are you going to use? Does your treadmill transmit direct, or do you need a foot pod? What have you got? Patrick Tan says good evening. So wherever Patrick is, it's evening for him. I'm done with stage 3 ride, dinner time, and says have a great stage ahead. Thank you, Patrick. And yes, Kenneth, I'm right with you. Right, so I'm going to now use my keyboard and click through the runners, get to near the front, and we'll have a look at some of the runners who are doing stage 3 of Tour de Zwift today. So, in the lead is Krista Hult, who is going at 16.5 kilometres an hour. He is pounding it from the outset. Already in zone 4, 165 beats per minute. And he is off and running, already 9 seconds ahead of C. Turnbull from Canada in second place. Krista is a regular Zwift runner, level 21 runner, has been regular on Zwift for a long, long time now, and is from Norway. And he is blasting out. He's done the first kilometre in 3 minutes 40 seconds there. Andrew Cutmore says, how's the ankle? Yeah, actually, do you know what? It feels better today. Immediately running now, I feel relatively comfortable. It's still sore, I can still feel it, but it's not painful. And Verlinden is running right behind me. I can't see myself at the moment, Ward, because I'm looking at the runners at the front of the pack. David Potts, good afternoon. I'm a cyclist new to running. My treadmill maxes out at 12 kilometres an hour, so I guess this is going to need a hook. Well, do you know what though? My treadmill goes up to 20 kilometres an hour, which is what? 12 and a half? 12? It's about the same. Do you know what? Unless you're a really fast runner, you're not going to need much more. Oh no, hang on a minute. 12 miles per hour, not 12 kilometers an hour. Yes, you will need an upgrade. Yes. Do you know what? I think we are seeing a lot of the cycling community coming over and joining us at running, because there has been a massive increase, and I think a lot of them are cyclists who have joined Tour de Zwift and are doing cycling and running on Zwift. Right, in second place at the moment, C Turnbull, I think has already settled for second place. If I was banging this out, there's no way I'd be going at these speeds, so wouldn't even be a podium place for me. So, C Turnbull. This is Corey Turnbull. The photograph on his Zwift profile is of a cyclist. So another person who may well be a cyclist and has come over to running. He is a level 24 cyclist on Zwift, but a level 17 runner, so he's not new to running. He has been running quite a lot on Zwift. 800 or so kilometres run on Zwift, 4,000 kilometres ridden on Zwift. So that's Corey Turnbull, 48 years old, from Canada. Kyle says, I have a FootPod on order. I also have an Ant Plus dongle from Amazon. And I can't see the rest of Kyle's message because it goes off the screen. But yeah, that'll be fine. So it depends what kind of FootPod you've got on order though. Is it going to be an Ant Plus FootPod, like a Garmin FootPod? Or have you got the Zwift Pod or the Stride? Right, so there's Corey Turnbull. 14, also from Canada. Let's just give Krista a ride on quickly as well, because I didn't do that, did I? So 14 is in third place. 1.8 kilometres for him at the moment. Heart rate is very easy though, 142 at the moment. Nice and comfortable for 14. C Turnbull, Corey Turnbull, 164. And Krista, 166, so they are working, but that's what you would expect for that kind of pace. Very surprised at 14. Maybe his heart rate monitor's not working so well, or maybe he genuinely is taking it fairly easy, running at 350 per kilometre. Bad March Hare, R. Richards. No heart rate for him, and he is in fourth place from Wales. C Tran, I do know Tran from the USA. No heart rate for him, but jogging along nice and comfortably at 4 minutes per kilometre. I think if I was racing, that's about where I would be, about 4 minutes per kilometre. A. Bourne from the UK, so about 4 UK runners now. A. Bourne, P. Redford, Simon Funnell we know, and C. Walton. Maybe I should know more about these runners. Bourne, let's have a look. Okay, so Carl Watts is going to be getting the NPE run, the North Pole Engineering Run Smart Treadmill Sensor. We've had conflicting reports about that, Kyle, to be honest. Some people are saying it's working really well. Other people are saying it's over-reporting speed. So I think Tim Gross tested it last night and he said at top speed, 20 kilometres per hour on the treadmill, it was reporting 20.9 kilometres per hour. So interesting to see how that pans out. Hopefully they'll get some firmware updates and tidy it up a bit. So A. Bourne, who is this? This is Andy Bourne, who's 38 from the UK. No cycling on Zwift, only running. Level 6 runner, fairly new to Zwift. Has only run 76 kilometres on Zwift so far. But good to have you with us, Andy. and keep up the good work. He's in 7th place at the moment. And we've got about 100 runners, 98 runners in all, taking part in this Tour de Zwift Stage 3. Let's go down to P. Redford and find out a bit about him. So no heart rate for Redford. And this is Paul. So Paul Redford is 40. He's got a great picture of him wearing a UK vest running around a track on his profile. Looks nice. He is a level 5 runner, 69 kilometres run on Zwift. So again, another new person, relatively new to Zwift running. But great to have you with us, Paul. And he is in 8th place at the moment. Krista Holt is 2 minutes ahead of 8th place. He has slowed down a little bit. So he's, oh, maybe he hasn't. His speed is bouncing up and down, actually. No, he's still running at about 3:30 per kilometre. But his speed is all over the place, actually. I don't know what he's using. Corey Turnbull is also well ahead, 1 minute 52 ahead of 8th place. So 1st and 2nd are still there, and 14 is still in 3rd. So Simon Funnell we know. Let's just click down to him, have a look at his stats. He's currently running at about 4 minutes 10 seconds per kilometre. Heart rate is 162. Kyle says he doesn't think the NPE run will overestimate his speed because he's not fast. You're probably faster than you think you are, Carl. Right, Simon Funnell is 46 years old, from the UK, level 35 cyclist, has been on Zwift for ages, level 21 runner, and get this, I did not know this, Simon has run 7,000 kilometres on Zwift. That is the most I have seen so far. Does anybody know of anyone else who has run more than Simon on Zwift? 7,000 kilometres. That's probably twice as much as me. More than twice as much, I would say. Ian Matthews says, damn, missed it again. Have a good run, everyone. Come on, Ian, get your act together, mate. Now, Simon, that's amazing. I did not know you'd done that many miles on Zwift. 7,000 kilometres. What's that? 4,000 miles? Maybe a bit more? Amazing. I'll bet there's nobody else in this race who's run further on Zwift than Simon. 3 kilometres done, Simon. He's running at 14.5 kilometres per hour. Not only has he done 7,000 kilometres of running, but he's also done nearly 12,000 kilometres of cycling. So well done, Simon. Awesome work. I mean, I know there are other runners out there who've done lots and lots of miles on Zwift, more than me, more than Tim. But I can't remember hearing of anyone who's done more than 7,000. P. Redford, also from the UK, in 9th position. Let's have a look at, is it another Paul, do we think? Let's have a guess. Yeah, Paul Redford. Oh no, we've done him already. C. Walton is who we need. So Simon Funnell's overtaken Paul Redford. Mr. Walton, with the muscly avatar. Look at the shoulders on that. This is Carl Walton. No heart rate and no cadence. So guys, just if you are running a race on Zwift, it's really useful to have either heart rate or cadence, preferably both. And it gives you some credence as well, it gives you some backup if anyone ever questions whether you are actually running or not. Not that we're questioning Carl at all, but anyway, he's a level 5 runner, 62 kilometres run on Zwift so far from the UK. And we've got Rath there from Germany, loving the green shorts. Jay Thompson from the UK is the first lady. Now, what's her name? Jessica or Jennifer? I do know Jay Thompson. Let's find out. Jenny, yeah. Jenny Thompson from the UK, first lady at the moment. Heart rate of 170 BPM. Her heart rate zones are not set up correctly though, because that apparently is in the yellow zone for her. So I don't know what she's put as her max heart rate, but that is definitely wrong. I cannot imagine. Well, I don't know. I don't think it can be right. Surely, 170 in zone 3. That must be at least zone 4. Anyway, okay. So heart rate of 169, 170. Jenny is a level 8 cyclist and level 4 runner. So my guess is she probably hasn't put the correct max heart rate in there. And her and Laura Eppelbaum are having a ding-dong battle for first place in the ladies' race. So Jenny Thompson from the UK and Laura Eppelbaum from the USA racing it out for the ladies' win. Running stats for Jenny, she's a level 4 runner, 44 kilometres run on Zwift. She hasn't got her age in there. And we'll click through and just have a look at Laura Eppelbaum's stat. Laura is well known on Zwift. We know Laura very well from Monday Run Club and other races and runs through workouts. Heart rate of 153 in zone 4 at the moment for Laura. So Laura, wow. Okay, Laura is level 50, top level cyclist. Level 50, 51,000 kilometres cycled on Zwift. And she is a top level runner, level 21. You cannot get higher in cycling or running than Laura has got. 4,440 kilometres run on Zwift. So she knows what she's doing, and she is 4 seconds ahead of Jenny Thompson. 12th place overall. So she's doing great with just over 2.5 kilometres left to run for Laura and Jenny, first and second in the ladies' race. Let's have a look back at the front. Ryan Downey, good morning to you, buddy. So let's go up to the front again. Okay, so Krista is in first place, 40 seconds ahead of Corey Turnbull. Krista Holt from Norway, 40 seconds ahead of Corey Turnbull from Canada. I would imagine if Krista is going to manage to keep up that pace, nobody's going to stop him. So Corey Turnbull will have to have an unbelievable couple of kilometres. Well, no, they're coming to the end. I'm forgetting how far ahead they are. Krista is now running at 18 kilometres an hour. Just under 18 kilometres an hour. Is absolutely blasting out the last 500 metres now before the finish. Krista Holt is going to win this stage 3 race over Corey Turnbull in second, and Fortin looks like he's safe in third. So Norway, Canada, USA, Wales, the UK, Germany, and then we've got First Lady Laura. So let's just keep an eye on Krista as he comes into the finish with 400 metres to go. Heart rate is nearly 180, look. So he must be not far off max. We didn't actually check Krista's credentials because we know him so well. So he is obviously a level 21 runner. Nearly 3,000 kilometres run on Zwift. He's 42 years old, and Krista is rounding the bend to win stage 3 of the Tour de Zwift, Watopia. Absolutely smashing it now, 18.5 kilometers. As we learned yesterday, that is not actually the finish line there. That is a banner signifying you're pretty close to the finish, but it isn't the finish. When we get through there, then the finish line will appear in front of us. He's still smashing it out. Way ahead now, 50 seconds of Corey. And I can't see a finish line, but he must be finished. Interesting that we haven't seen the finish line yet. Keep going, Krista. No, he's crossed the finish line now. He has crossed the finish line now. Okay, cool. So there we go. So back with me now. The reason I could tell he'd crossed the finish line was because all the indications of being in a group run changed, and I could see cyclists and other people listed on the right-hand side. Gary Corcoran doing my stage 3 at 6 p.m. One later, just done 20 mile on watt bike. Okay, yeah. So doing my stage 3, 6 p.m. one later, just done 20 miles on the watt bike. Needs food. So I've got Skramstad and Verlinden running with me. So a hi to you guys. Just give them a quick ride on. Nice and comfortable. Nearly 3 kilometers in. So we've got 3 to go. Just around about there, something like that. So let's go forward and we can see how the ladies are getting on. So there's Jenny Thompson. Laura Eppelbaum is now a good 28 seconds ahead, with less than a kilometre to go now for Laura. So she's going to win. Looks like she's going to win the ladies' race. Jenny Thompson in second place. The ladies. Simon Funnell is in 10th. So if Simon can just push it, make sure he doesn't get caught by Paul Redford behind, Simon will finish in the top 10 today. Laura is a minute behind. Jenny Thompson 28 seconds behind Laura. Now come on, Laura. Push it a bit. She's at 74 BPM at the moment. Laura is at 159. So Laura is actually fairly comfortable at this pace. Although she's in zone 4, 159 is a pretty decent heart rate. So she could probably put a bit more effort in. If Jenny was to be catching her, I think Laura would step it up a bit more. But there's Jenny. So A. Lightfoot next. From the USA, heart rate of 165. And C. Orr from Scotland, no heart rate for him. K. Ban from Korea, South Korea. Well done to him. He's got no heart rate either, but he is at 5 kilometers done now. 700 meters left to go for him. Kay Clark, 161 heart rate at the moment. The USA, Balshaw from the UK is just ahead of S. Clayton from the USA. 158 heart rate for Clayton, hitting 5 kilometers now as they go in through the cave on the boardwalks. Guys, if you want to ask me any questions, please, by all means do. Laura Eppelbaum, let's have a look. Coming up to the finish now, so let's just watch Laura finish to win ladies stage 3 Tour de Zwift. If we can get a different camera angle, it would be better. There we are. So, I know the camera's focused on me, but if you look in the top right corner there, you can see Zwift. You can see Laura coming in. There we are, that's a better view now. 1:58 BPM as she comes to the banner. But she must keep running. So when you do your stage 3 or any of the Tour de Zwift races, you are likely to go through a banner like this, but that is not the end of the race. You need to keep running to get to the finish line. And Laura will finish any second now. There's 1:70 there. I can't see a finish line, but we'll see. If you look on the right hand side of the screen, it will suddenly change. There we are. I think that's it. Yeah. And Jay Thompson coming in as well. So well done, Jenny. Beautiful birds flying under there. Second place for Jenny Thompson. I don't know where our third lady is. And there's Jenny Thompson just crossing the line. Is it where this rock is here? Yeah, there we go. Just crossed the line now. So well done to her. So we'll just nip back a bit more. Elle Fraser coming through there. Oh, he's not actually running in the race. Let's go back to me then. Get back to the race. So we've done 3.5 kilometres now. Skramstad and Verlinden and myself. 3.5 kilometres in. Just over 2 to go. Actually, leg feeling pretty comfortable. So tomorrow I might, well, let's just see how it goes, but I might do a bit of a hill session tomorrow morning. There's the 3.5 kilometre bouncing sign. .2 kilometres left to run. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. Right, I'm going to speed up for these last 2 kilometres, so I'll just let the boys know so they don't think I'm being rude. So let's just bang out these last 2 kilometres. A Simpson, thank you very much for your ride on. So leg is feeling okay. Last 2 kilometres we'll just go a bit more. Hirschfield, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
And Matt Dawson, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
F. Williams, just behind me in the run, thank you very much.
Ride on!
And Ward, thank you. See you soon, take care. And Christophe Badou, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
Four kilometres done, Kay Brown. Thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
Just past Cape Brown there. And Miura from Japan. Well done to you. All right, Kenneth, see you later. You darn well better finish, Ward. No ducking out now. Only 1.5 kilometres to go. And Corey Turnbull in second place today. Thank you for your ride on, buddy.
Right on.
And M. Dazzler from the USA.
Right on.
Just coming up on B. Rez from Canada. Lady Runner, well done to you. Just drop some ride-ons. Kyle, yes, I am doing TDS. I've got in the ballot for TDS 2 years running. So I got in the ballot last year, DNF'd. So I'm determined to be fit and ready for it this year. Okay, 1 kilometre to go, so we'll up it again. Get the heart rate up to zone 4. See if we can catch a few people in the last kilometre. Hallinger, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
Yes, Kenneth. Good advice. Just keep going, Ward. Okay, 700 metres left. Will we catch Rolson? Oh, well done, Kenneth. So Kenneth Scramstad just clicked over to level 17 running. Well done. Oh, Clark has stopped. Keep going, Clark. 100 metres. I'm definitely not going to catch Maya from Japan though. So we'll just jog it out now. Just relax. Peter Sini says don't get carried away. Good point. Five and a half. Dagan, thank you.
Right on.
Let's see if I see a finish line. Yes, there's the finish line for me. Francie, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
Oh, another shame for a load of runners. Lots of runners with the timing and distance bug again. So I've jumped about 10 places there. Yeah. Okay. So that's Tour de Zwift Stage 3 done. Nice gentle run. And we'll just tick over to 6 kilometres. Bring the heart rate down. Nice blast out of the last 2k there. Enjoyed that. And no freezing either of the computer today, that's good. Matsui from Japan just chilling out. And just ahead is Akiha, also from Japan. He's run 19 kilometres. Good for him. Oh, tell a lie, he's cycling. Thanks, Matsui, for the ride on.
Right on.
Right. Let's just go down to a walk and I will give a few ride-ons out. Back. If I can get my keyboard working. Well done, Matsui. Well done, Mills from the USA, and M. Poole from the USA. Rolson, well done to you. I think I gave a ride on to Mia, didn't I? No, I didn't. Joe, well done. Cyclist. There's Ryan Downey. Look, let's give Ryan a ride on. Well done, Ryan. Jogging it in nice and easy. Oh, hang on a minute. It says he's only done 2.5 kilometres. What are you doing, Ryan? Oh, these are all cyclists. So can't find any more runners. There's D. Seeley. Well done, Seeley. Good job to you. All more runners. more riders here. So I can't find any more runners. Let's go back to me. There we are. And that is Tour de Zwift Stage 3, all done and dusted. And that is me done for the day as well. I normally have a club run in the real world outside tonight, but I don't think I'll go to that. Just give the foot another little bit of a rest. We'll have an easy week this week. So no fast running over a long period. That was just a little blast at the end just to get the heart rate up. But I will keep it simple and keep it gentle for the next 3 or 4 days, and then we're off to the National Running Show for the National Running Show. Valedens, thank you for your ride on in Birmingham NEC. So if you're in the UK and you want to come and meet me or my other half, Victoria, please do come along to the National Running Show where Zwift will have a stand. We'll be doing some live runs. G. Elder, thank you. Some live runs on the treadmill. We've got lovely Woodway treadmills to use. We'll have a big screen for you to watch the action on. And then we'll also be doing some Q&As on the stage, answering some questions, talking a bit about Zwift and about treadmill running. So do please come and join us if you can at all. I still think there are plenty of free tickets available. If you want to get hold of a ticket, you do. Mostly, you can get a free ticket. If you arrive on the door, you may have to pay. So it's a good idea to try and look in advance to see whether there are any free coupons around for your tickets anywhere. Kyle says, "Good run, Stephen. Enjoy the rest of your day." Thank you very much. And Jonathan Cost will be there at the National Running Show on Sunday with Carol. So that'll be the first time I meet Jonathan. That'll be very nice. It is always good to meet other Zwifters. You know, we see each other almost every day on Zwift. And there are only a handful of you that I've met in real life. Some people, of course, I knew before Zwift and joined Zwift as well. People like Adam Holland and Jeff Partridge. People who I know from the running community in the UK. Steve Way used to run a lot on Zwift. Haven't seen him for a while on Zwift though. So quite a few people I knew before, but most people I know on Zwift are people all over the world, USA in particular, but all over the place who I've only met on Zwift. And of course Tim Gross and I hang out a bit. He doesn't live too far away from me in London, so we meet up occasionally, go for runs. Oh, Ryan, yes, you did it yesterday, didn't you? Of course you did. So Ryan was just out for a chill-out run outside. So some people, and do you know what? I have thought about doing this because my calorie count on the calorie count challenge, I've only got, we've got 10 days left and I have still got 3,000 calories to burn. So I was thinking of taking my phone out on when I go outside to do runs and try and bring up my calories, because I'm not sure, even with the amount that I run on Zwift, I'm not sure I'll get to 10,000 calories by the end of the month. Anyway, we'll see. Right, Jonathan, the moustache, is it a real moustache or do you wear a fake moustache just to make you look more like a pilot? If it's a fake moustache, don't worry, you don't have to wear it, you don't have to pretend in front of me, it's fine. Vidar Sorensen, hi Stephen, always fun to see you running. Why? Why is it funny? Oh, fun, not funny to see me running. Okay. I mean, I know my form isn't great a lot of the time, but right, look, we're just about to get some XP points going under 6.5 kilometres. There we are, that'll do. Stop the treadmill. I'm going to go and have a shower, and then I'll get on with some video editing. Jonathan, okay. Go on then, you can wear it. Right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the banter on Facebook and YouTube. Well done to Krista Holt in first place and to Laura Eppelbaum in first place for the men and women in today's Stage 3 Tour de Zwift in Watopia. So that's me done for Stage 3. Stage 4 starts in a couple of days' time. So don't forget it. Get it done. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.